What is up, everyone? Kilryan here, bringing you another video, and today is going to be a gold guide. Or I was trying to make or consolidate all the ways to make gold into one video, but I really couldn't find that possible. So this is going to be my first one, and it's going to be regarding BAM soloing. BAMs are a great source of income in this game for the most part, especially for a newer 60 player. You start to learn more mechanics, it's a little bit more interesting than dailies, and for the most part, if you have some luck on your side, you can make a lot of money. Alright, and first, the BAM, regarding the items that you can find from a BAM. There are 4 primary items, or items that can earn you a bit of money. Fodder. Fodder is your typical stuff that you sacrifice for enchanting. Everyone needs it. Everyone's enchanting all the time. And BAMs typically will drop from whites all the way to blues for fodder. T14 fodder specifically. You can typically sell these at around from 50 gold all the way up to 150 gold a piece. And you find a lot of it, to be completely honest. Next up is the Complete Crystal Bind. Complete Crystal Binds will give you a 12-hour immunity to crystal breaking. This is essential for any time you're really running progressive content or just somewhere that you don't think that you're going to live. You know, you don't want to lose a Zerg. You don't want to lose your crystals. It's not, you want to conserve them. So, and those typically go for 300 to 400 gold on each server. So that's a pretty nice chunk of change, starting out. Next up is the Semi-Enigmatic Scrolls. Semi-Enigmatics are used to re-roll jewelry. So you get that nice piece of jewelry. Say it's a neck piece and you're a berserker. You're like, oh man, this is an awesome neck piece. But it has healing percentage on it. You want to re-roll that. You have to have a Semi-Enigmatic, and that's the situation a lot of people find themselves in on a lot of servers. Sell those, 300, 400 gold a piece again. Lastly, and the best money, if you can manage to find one of these, is an Argon Vitriol. It is a vision maker component, and typically the cheapest they'll go for on any server is like 40,000. However, on Mount Teranis and whatnot, those can run you up towards 120,000 gold. The rate on finding one of these, however, is roughly 1 to 300 BAM kills. So it's a lot of work, but if you're lucky, I've known a guy who went and killed 5 BAMs and got an Argon Vitriol. Alright, here we go. The first mob that I'm going to be addressing, here we go, is the spaceships. There are 2 different kinds of spaceships. I'm going to be addressing the easy one first, which you can find in Argonia, in Cantria to Argonia, in the bottom one here. Next up, or the other kind of spaceship, which is a little bit harder to do, is in the Grenarchus area, so Cantria to Grenarchus. And I will explain while I fight the easy one. Fighting the easy spaceship right here. They don't aggro you right away, so they're in these little rooms. You can easily kind of position yourself to get a nice hit off on them. So right here, fully charging up my Thunder Strike, moving, and boom. Sadly, no crit, but oh well. I can easily kill it. They have this roll ability, roll smash that they do, frontal. And then they also have this kind of, it's essentially a trample while they fire laser beams at you. It's a real pain in the ass because it will knock you down repeatedly. So you just kind of want to block that or avoid that. And this is the key ability that makes the easy ones to easy and the harder ones to hard. That little spin ability that he was doing with his pylon things, I don't know what those are. On the easy ones, they do not apply a damage over time. On the hard ones, they apply a damage over time. And that's typically where a lot of damage output comes from them. This ability right here. And the reason why they're referred to spaceships, you probably saw him, they transform into basically like a spaceship.
That guy's still trying to sell his VM design.
Right. And boom, boom. Yep, here we go. There's spaceship mode. It's really annoying because it also can trample you. I personally do not prefer soloing these BAMs because they trample so much, which is not in my fancy. At all. Alright. BAM soloing, as far as speed goes, there are faster ones. I personally think these guys are a little bit slower, but they're pretty easy to do. They're on par with Naga's, which I will go into a little bit later. This thing is taking a little bit longer than I had hoped to kill. Soloing BAMs as a physical DPS or even ranged DPS has a lot of emphasis on crits, so just kind of getting lucky crits. Got a smaller one right there, not bad. And he's at 7%, we're going to have him dead. Boom, there we go. Pretty easy kill. I never really dropped very low at all. They dropped 20 gold, lock strong boxes,
we're gonna run some
key runes,
COF for design
in a
scroll
bit.
too.
And so just overall items, you know, just fodder, blah, blah, blah. Alright, next up I'm going to show y'all the Vulcan. The Vulcan is probably the second easiest one to kill. Here we go, I'll bring this up right here. They have an effect much like the hard spaceships, applying a damage over time to you if they land their kind of Hulk smash, which I will show you whenever I'm fighting it. So you want to avoid that, but other than that, they're really slow moving, really light, like all their other abilities hit for practically nothing, and so you can easily kill these as well. If you're fresh melee warrior probably has the easiest time. Fresh 60 warrior, fresh 60 melee, you can move around these pretty easily. Alright, here we go. Teleporting to them currently. And as you saw from the screenshot there, or the image, was you go to Pathfinder Post, you teleport to the 3 towers, and then you teleport down to the Shadow Spark Chamber. Talking a lot, taking a one-shot. Got water in front of me. Alright. While I'm on my way there, I will explain my personal glyph setups that I'm using. I like to roll with a lot of crit chance. It's kind of a toss-up regarding this because it relies a lot on me getting behind the target to really deal optimal damage. But if you do pull off a crit, it's a pretty substantial crit on the target. Let me make sure to kill these mobs. But I run Acrimonious, which is boss crit from behind. I run Carving, which is a flat 3% crit chance. Focus, which is a 1.7 crit multiplier on enraged targets. Yes, they do enrage. And lastly, I run Savage, which is 1.2 crit multiplier from behind. So this is the guy. This is the guy right here. As you can see, he's smaller than your typical BAM, so you can pop your cooldowns, line up right here. Boom, boom. Got a nice crit. Dropped him 15% already. They're really slow moving. As you can see, I can easily move away from them. They throw fireballs. They don't really hit that hard at all. And that is one of his major abilities. He does like a triple sweep in front of him. Anytime you see him starting or his face flash red, just know to get away from him. Bringing him out of that corner, it's kind of inconvenient. Alright. Once again, here's his little triple swipe that he's doing. Get a couple of free hits behind him. Alright, right here. This is the Hulk Smash. That ability right there, if you get hit by it, will apply a damage over time, which will deal a lot of damage to you. That is the key ability that you want to make sure you do not get hit by. While he's doing his little triple sweep, you can easily move around him and get a free, hit off on his back, running the triple or the heavy boss behind damage. They also do this little leap there. For melee, you really don't have to worry about that at all. I'm not sure how much of a hassle it would cause for ranged. I don't think it would cause that much, though. Pretty easy to predict. Pop your cooldowns whenever you have them, just to kind of speed up the process. You don't really get hit, so you don't have to worry about Fiery Rage getting you killed as a Berserker, specifically, reducing your endurance. Boom, boom. As you can see, really slow. He's just kind of mulling around there. Boom. Easy, easy kill. They all drop very, very similar things. Another roughly 20 gold, campfire, fodder, everything of that sorts. Alright. And now moving on to the last and the easiest of all BAMs is the Naga. Here we go, bring that up. Nagas are only level 59 in comparison to the previous BAMs I showed you are level 60. What this means is that you have a higher crit chance on them, you have a higher just overall ability to kill them, and so this is probably the one that I recommend the most if you are just hitting 60. So just hitting 60, Argon Nagas in the northern area throw a hold of Pathfinder Post. Here, I'll switch it over once I finish up the teleport. The key thing about Nagas is there's only 2 spawn locations. There's only 2 spawn locations that they have, but however, there are 3 channels. There are 3 channels which you can switch across. Here we go. Moving up towards one of the Naga spawns. The 2 spawns, as you saw, were just north of here, right around here, south of the Swamp Watch camp, and on the collapsed Argon Fortress or the Skyfields. Typically, the collapsed Argon Fortress is the less preoccupied of the 2, so I'm heading up there in hopes that people aren't farming them. Typically, these are the ones that most people target because they're the fastest to kill, and typically the easiest to kill as well. It doesn't look like one is up in this channel just yet. They have a fairly quick respawn timer. You probably have to wait around a minute, 30 seconds, before one spawns. All right, some players right over there. I'm just going to wait in this channel for this BAM spawn. Oh, boom, right in front of me. Easy enough, and I already had an attack ready for him. So the Angamorphic Naga Marauder. They have their basic slash in front of them. They're really, really slow, allowing you to get behind the back crits very often. They do have this tail swipe that if you're behind them, they will occasionally do. Alright, here we go. He sheaths his weapons and then just stabs at the ground in front of him aimlessly. That's, you know, easy to manage. You know, that's really, really easy to manage. Just move out of the way, get to his back, get more free hits. Once again, he's going for it again. Easy, easy, free back hits. The land around this area is a little bit weird, so sometimes you might get stuck on stuff. Alright, yelling at me. He does these jumps. You can, if you're like a warrior, you can backstab cancel it. For me, as a berserker, I just have to go, hey, can you stop doing that, please? I'm trying to get to you. All right, he'll tap his foot on the ground twice and then do a slam down. That will apply a damage over time, so you have to be careful with the damage over time. All right, and so we got 2 guys here deciding to help me out. That's perfectly fine and dandy. I got this this done. All right. And no good drops here, but, you know, basically it's pure chance. It's pure chance to get some really nice stuff, but when you do, it's definitely a good source of gold income. Alright guys, hopefully you found this video informational. I'm recording this with my streaming thing, so don't forget to check out www.twitch.tv/Kilryan. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 5 to 10. You can also follow me on Twitter at Kilryan, which will automatically update anytime I upload a YouTube video or start my stream up. If you found this video informational, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and if you really liked it, you can always favorite it as well. Show this to your friends, help them make some gold. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll catch y'all next time. Adios, everybody. Thanks for watching.